Alright, in this video, I'll give you my thoughts about UAE introducing personal tax. Okay, personal tax, which is a discussion that is happening behind closed doors right now. And I was informed about this by one of my kind of close confidant contacts, whatever. Okay, I've known him for very many years. Okay, so now there are discussions. That means they're definitely talking about this but keeping it confidential, where there will be a tax on personal incomes. Okay, and what I've found out is the tax is not going to be like 35% of in the West, or like 55% in Denmark. It's going to be more like 5%, 3 or 5%, or a very small single digit number. Okay, and the focus will not be lower income earners or even middle class. The focus will be the upper middle class and the rich folks, especially the rich folks. Okay, they're going to roll it out in phases. Like the best example I can give you is how they rolled out Salik. First, they bought Salik only between Dubai and Sharjah highway, and they bought it to Al Garud Bridge. Okay, Garud or Maktoum? Garud, I think, yeah. Garud Bridge. They bought it to Garud and they bought it in Salik, and they had guaranteed everyone there's not going to be any more Salik, and this was introduced to reduce traffic. However, after they found out it was successful, the implementation, they went to the next phase and they bought in Salik to both the bridges. Okay, but they said we are not going to increase the charges. You just have to pay just 4 times, and after that it's unlimited. It's for free, and nighttime nothing you have to pay. And we know what happened. Very soon it was before nighttime you didn't have to pay. Then you had to pay during nighttime. Before it was only 4 times you pay. Then after that unlimited number of times you can go. Then it became every time you pass by you have to pay. And initially they said, oh, we'll have only one in Dubai Sharjah Highway, one in Maktoum, one in Garud, and one in Safa Park, Safa, that area. No more. But then they brought one in, this was near Mall of the Emirates. Yeah, then they bought in Safa Park, and then they bought it in various areas. Now, literally the whole of Dubai is with Salik, and they're bringing up more Salik toll gates. Okay, so like how they rolled this step by step is the same way they are going to roll out these taxes in a step by step. It's not going to happen in the next 5 years. It will take at least 10 years. Okay, so the first one is obviously testing the waters to see what would be the reaction. And always remember, when you give in small doses, people generally tend to first complain, but they tend to forget about it. Then you brought another small dose, then they complain, they forget about it. So they keep increasing the pain, and your tolerance increases. Eventually, you'll just think this is normal, this is natural. Like how parking fees, before it was just $2, then it became $4, then it became $7. Before it was only paid during the daytime, during work hours. Then during lunch break it's free, in the night it's free. But then they said no more lunch break. Then they said, oh, you have to pay in the night time. Then they said before it was only $2, then became $4, then became $7. Now in some places it's even 10 and even more. So that's how they are going to increase it. Then so what would be the impact on people? See, the people who are rich, the people who are uber rich, for them, they would just look at it as, okay, I have to pay maintenance fees in order to be secure and smart. No problem. I will continue being here. They are not going to get affected way too much. They are not going to say, oh, I'll take all my investments and I'll go elsewhere. UAE has a lot of loopholes in the system where they do not question you where you got the money from, how did you earn it. They just keep a blind eye. Oh, your money, you're ready to invest. Welcome. Just give me a second. I'm coughing too much. Okay. So they tend to have a policy whereby it's more like you have the money, you're bringing it to invest, no questions asked, whether it's in a bank or whether it's in a property. Especially when they're purchasing property, they will never ask you where you got the funds from, whether it's legal, illegal, black, white, whatever, as long as you do it legally in UAE. Okay. So the rich folks with a lot of black money, they would find Dubai still perfect. 5%, 10%, not a big deal. Okay. Um, the people who would be slightly affected would be the upper middle class, because obviously they are earning a salary per month. It would also affect Dubai in terms of inflation. It will become slightly more expensive. And UAE will definitely claim, oh, we will be giving you medical benefits, we'll be giving you insurance benefits, will be all the benefits is all rubbish. Okay, they will claim a lot of benefits, but when it's actually time to encash on those benefits, you're going to find enough and more headaches. Okay, and given the fact that social media is generally monitored, you cannot complain publicly, because they will say that you're spoiling the name of the country, and you'll end up with more problems than solutions. The money that UAE is going to get from all this would be in millions per month, which would be used to invest into UAE's infrastructure, maintenance of roads, keeping it clean, giving you the the experience and the luxury that you enjoy in UAE, and also to market the brand of UAE, the name of UAE, so that more foreign tourists come, more investments come in, and Dubai would like to portray itself as the Las Vegas of UAE. And given the fact that now there are gambling is going to be legalized in Ras Al Khaimah, which eventually will come to Dubai. So I don't see why Dubai should not be doing all this. And you can be rest assured, gambling, which is already there illegally in Dubai, or hush hush, it has been there since, I think, as far as I recollect, 20 years, as far as I've known, maybe longer than that. I have DJ'd, those days I used to DJ and anchor shows. So we used to see them doing this. It's not like large crowds of people, select group of people, and they don't mind gambling. And the story about Sheikh Mohammed, how he managed to get Hyatt Regency. Hyatt Regency was won and lost with Galadari on, when they were gambling. So come on. Old timers know what I'm talking about. So yeah, Dubai, where there's money, where there's bling, where there's pleasure, it's all this is going to take place. And yeah, they might even tax you for your earnings in relationship to the gambling, because the government wants a good share of the pie. So yeah, I see this happening. If within the next maybe 5 years, definitely, they would be taxing you. And I don't think it's going to have a very big impact. Majority of the people who are lower or say lower middle class or middle class, they have no other option. Where are they going to go? Are they going to jump to Canada? It's not that easy. Are you going to go to Australia? Not that easy. In India, you pay 35% tax or more and you get zero benefit. So UAE is still a viable option. Nobody's going to move to Saudi, because Saudi is still very backward in terms of their religious beliefs and culture. And yes, MBS, Mohammed bin Salman, is doing a very good job to modernize Saudi. It's incredible what he's doing, but it's going to take time. So overall, what I would say is, yes, UAE will bring out its taxes within the next 5 years, personal tax, and it'll reduce the purchasing power of people. Inflation will shoot up. Prices of commodities will increase. People will have to manage. Rents will definitely climb up. And yeah, so it's going to impact everyone who are in the middle class, upper middle class, and lower class. But the ones who are rich, for them, 5%, 10%, they don't care a damn. They'll continue being there. And the upper middle class, well, they'll just manage. They will search for new jobs. End of the day, like what happened with Salik, people bitched about, moaned and groaned and all that. Eventually they got used to it, and now nobody talks about it. No matter how many Salik gates or fines or parking fee increase. Even Dubai Mall now, you have to pay to park your car there. Before it was free. So life goes on. People get used to it. That's how the world runs. So having said that, let me know what are your thoughts about the personal income tax, okay, which is going to come soon. And you heard it from me first. So love to know what are your thoughts. Good, bad, ugly, feel free. And yeah, I'll read your comments. Take care.